So even though I only made $383,000 last year, I have something very important to share with you. It's an inconvenient truth about making money in your business and in your online business. If you're a coach, online consultant, a content creator, online course creator, public speaker. So here it is. I'll get right into it. I don't have anything to sell you in this video. It's being very, very self-disciplined and living and dying. That's a weird word to say, but by your calendar, CRM or Google Calendar. And when you do a launch or you're trying to sell something online, there's a lot of steps that I can't cover in this video. It's simple, but it's also complex. Once you learn it, it's simple. But it's really doing what you said you're going to do, even if you don't know for sure if you're going to make money or get paid from it. You have to launch. Jeff Walker's product launch formula in PLF 4.0 or 7.0, whatever one he has now in the product launch formula book, revised on audible.com, is a must-read. Books like these and Alex Hormozzi's, I got the $100 million offers and $100 million leads. And I've read these books, and for some reason my brain doesn't synthesize them. I've read all the Expert Secrets books. I'm reading book number 482 right now. 482 I'm reading. And here's what it is. When we do like a launch, you have to stick with something, and it's probably going to fail the first time you launch it. And you have to test the market. And I've had so many failures, it's unbelievable. I've lost tens of thousands of dollars, not hundreds of thousands, but tens of thousands of dollars. I had a big idea. An epiphany came through me. I knew it was going to work, and I would just go to work and invest, about 100 hours and like $4,000. Isn't it a lot of money? But it's $4,000 out of my pocket to launch something. Completely fails. Nobody buys it. And I'm totally perplexed and like in depression. And so I peel myself up. This is on top of running 2 businesses and, taking care of my family and paying bills and having employees. I'm talking like burning the midnight oil on top of 12-hour days, working an extra 2 hours to build something, trying to find a vein of something that will pop and break through and make the money, like, the next step. And then having it fail, then peeling myself up and doing it again, and having a whole nother project fail again, and doing it again, and having it fail again. I'm talking months and months and months and months and months and months and months, and tens of thousands of dollars of filming ads, paying a videographer, building sales pages, doing copy, filming entire online courses, setting up the upsell, the downsell, the cross-sell, the continuity, all the email sequences, filming and running ads, paying a Facebook and YouTube ads guy to run ads all over the place to put people into a nurturing sequence based off of who liked and watched 3 seconds, 30 seconds, 90 seconds, whatever percentage of my content, retargeting people who have visited the website with retargeting ads. I'm talking, we do this shit, and it all failed. So, here's what I learned. You have to give people something that they want and give them more of it. Or you might be ahead of your time. Or your product is not a product to market fit. Like, it doesn't fit. And that's one of the biggest things when growing a business. Like for instance, I have a service business. I have a landscaping business. We're doing a job right now for $7,500. My phone rings every day with customers. Please come trim our bushes, trim our trees, trim our property lines, rip out this garden bed and turn it back into grass, or rip it all out and reinstall something else. Literally, I'm pretty much an order taker. As long as I'm professional on the phone and I show up, you do what you say you're going to do, you run a service business and you work your tail off. You can do a couple $100,000 a year. You will work your ass off, and you could pocket 50, 60 grand or something like that, maybe more, depending on what you do. There's people who make over 100 grand, and you will bleed for that 100 grand. Oh shit, I don't even want to get into that. But I do it every day, and I've done it a long time, and I know what to expect. So my emotions don't get too out of control when we're doing a landscape job. Now, growing an online business is a completely different animal, just like building a software company is probably a completely different animal. So, not that I'm qualified to give much advice. I've probably sold $2 million worth of products and services and software and subscriptions and stuff online total, right? And that's just sales. That's not money in my pocket, right? That includes like all the little stuff that I've done. It could be probably more than that. It's not a whole lot. In the online world, there's people that have sold 200 million, right? So I think if you resonate with me, great. But if not, you can go follow the masters. But here's another thing I wanted to say. The stuff that these people are saying, like the Russell Brunsons and the Alex Hormozis. Huh? 1 second. All right, I'm back. Sorry, for context, my old dog, Miko, who is my heart, and I love him so much. He's a 17-year-old dog. He paces and paces and paces and paces and paces and scratches and wants treats, and we give him everything he wants. Sometimes it gets annoying because he is non-stop. I love my doggy. I love my doggies. But you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make a video. So, so that's another thing. Despite distractions, you have to, in my opinion, which I believe is the absolute truth, you put God first, then your family, and then your business. If you do it out of order, you're going to suffer the consequences and cause pain to other people if they love you, have a relationship, and if you have a family and you don't spend time with them because you're such a workaholic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to preach to you here. So these little tiny increments of time that you have, instead of scrolling on social media, like I wouldn't say this, but take a rubber band and snap your wrist so freaking hard and say, what am I doing? I'm destroying my future, right? And I'm not going to lie, once in a while in the evening, I'll lay down and I'll scroll on some stuff and just like, like it's just like, not too much though. I used to. And it just pisses away your time. So you got to be hyper disciplined to take these little tiny bits of time and use them to claw up the frickin' mountain, and with the self-discipline to get this shit done, and argue emotionally and passionately with a persistence to get what you want. You have to stand up for yourself and fight for your dream, because if you don't believe it, no one else will, right? And it can feel very frustrating, like, when is the money finally gonna come? That's a whole nother video, because I can't guarantee you the money will ever come. I don't even know what the money is, because every time I get the money and I finally get there, I realize that ain't shit. I just thought it was because I was broke. So for me, the money came in the moments. Ty Lopez said money goes like this: flatline and suffering, this is my words. And then boom, it has these jumps. It's true. It's opportunities. You have to capitalize on opportunity. Here's an example. I'm speaking to your soul right now. Let's say you're busy as all hell, and out of the blue, some opportunity comes up to fly to some city, to go to attend a live conference somewhere. And you can feel it in your gut that you need to be there. It's going to cost time, money, energy. You might have people that'll get upset with you. Like, what are you doing, you selfish bastard? How dare you? Should feel guilty. You're flying across the country. Where are you going? Huh? We're supposed to go on a vacation. And so, my wife doesn't talk to me like that. That's my own generated victim bullshit story. But one's truth of it is, like, if you're gonna fly and go travel and invest, $5,000 into your education to be part of a conference, you must also first book the $3,000 to $5,000. It could be cheap, $2,000 family trip vacation. Because if you're doing all this stuff for yourself, I'm talking to maybe husbands here. I don't know, maybe wives do, but now it's gonna cost you double. So now you have to work double. You have to take care of your family, wait for everybody to go to sleep, and you have to stay up all night long and like build your business to make double the money, so you can not only pay for all the shit, but you can pay for the shit that's paying for the shit, and then you can pay, and you draw a line down the center between, well, I was going to say real versus imagined, but it's proven versus experimental. The proven shit makes the money. The experimental shit fails until it makes money. I was up to the point where 40% of all my excess income and energy above the 100% was going into experimental, and most of it was failing. And then once in a while you'll hit something, it'll take off. It's crazy. But you have to keep doing the proven shit. You don't stop doing the proven shit ever until the experimental shit is, I guess, making so much money and it's consistent, economically viable, sustainable, income, repeatable, MRR, monthly recurring revenue, and you got some coin in the bank, and you got money socked aside, and you got like your IRA set up, and you got like retirement and estate planning, and like you're so set up, and you just know that the bird doesn't land and trust the branch. When it lands on a branch, it trusts its wings. You trust that you can fly. You better have some deep skill sets and a lot of connections, and be able to pull yourself up from the dirt when you fail. Because I've gone from feeling really financially abundant and just like, let's go out to eat, let's do this, let's get new cars, let's do that, a new furniture set, let's get the best one. Oh, let's get the dopest couches, let's get the nicest bed, let's get an awesome furniture set, feeling like the proudest man in the world because my wife can just pick out whatever she wants, and we have this very, very cozy home, right? That's like, I love being a provider. That's what my identity is rooted in, that. And then literally a few months later, everything dries up. No opportunities. Nobody's buying shit. Nobody's spending money. And you have to like take your foot off the gas and pull back the throttle and stop spending immediately and tighten everything up. You got to watch your numbers, because you can go poop and now you're in financial scarcity. And you're like budgeting real tight, hoping like, whoa, like, and that's why I never overspent. I'm talking about myself, I'm sorry. But I guess it's a good piece of like advice when you start making some money online and you've never made money like this before. Hold your horses, save that shit, get a business savings account, a payroll account, put yourself on payroll for your internet business, and make yourself a W-2 employee. I'm not giving you financial advice. And then a tax savings account, and get the certified public accountant and a financial advisor to make sure your shit is legit, right? And then you draw earnings, and then you have business money, you have investment money, and it's like, but it's, if you grew up poor like I did, you want to know what it's like to go on a vacation or drive a brand new car. Me, I invest heavily into education. Like, I'm buying online courses and coaching calls and consultants. Like, you think I don't want to go buy a brand new BMW? There's this sweet ass Lexus RX 500 something. It's fucking sweet. Oops. I cussed. I want to go get that new Lexus. But do you know what I know right now? The wealth coach Susie Orman said, she's like, she talks something about, in your brand new Lexus or Mercedes, and you got a $1,000 or a Range Rover $1,800 a month lease payment, or if it's a car payment, it could be $1,500, $2,000 a month, at least $1,000. Where if you slap down $3-4 grand on a lease of just like a Ford GM Chrysler, like a regular nice car, and you want to drive a brand new car, you can. Your payments are like $300-$500 a month, right? Driving a brand new car that drives perfect, brand new, but you're very blessed, and it doesn't really cost that much money. But you had to have the Lexus, the BMW, the Mercedes, the Range Rover. So my point is, when you start making really good money, if it's like, if you go blow your money on stuff like that, no, there's this weird thing. I was gonna say, then you're robbing yourself of your investment money to grow your business, because now you wanted to be high on the horse and look cool. But the weird thing is, I don't know if this works for all audiences. Some audiences, if you're seen driving a Mercedes, Lexus, BMW, Range Rover, or a Tesla or something really cool, it makes you more money because you're seen driving it, so you look like an authority, you look like a specialist, you look like you must be doing very well, and then people pay attention more and want to give you money. I don't know. It's weird. I drive a brand new, it's 2024 F-150 XLT with it's a hybrid electric with the big screen, beautiful rims. I mean, it's a dream truck. My truck is it's like, wow, it's my dream truck, and I drive it. It's mine. It's just normal to me. And I got people in the comments, because I have a landscape business, they're like, how is this guy running a landscape business with the F-150? Yeah, this guy. And so what I mean is, you can keep going and going and going. There are people who post stuff of them driving around a Bugatti, and they go swipe. Nobody cares. There are some people who have millions of dollars, and they've reduced their videos to them just talking just like this. They don't show any of their fancy shit. Rarely ever. They just talk, and they provide real value. And when they show the fancy shit, their engagement goes down. So you got to find out what works for you. One thing I know is that, like the famous comedian Dane Cook said when he was interviewed on Ed Milet, you have to have passion. If you don't have any passion in what you're talking about, you're not fully immersed, and you don't believe that you can help people, they're not going to believe it. All right, so that's about it. And I do want to say one more time, if you take stuff like this very serious, you know what the original intention of this whole video was, and I never even told it. I'm going to tell right now. Here's a secret. Well, you can listen to audiobooks all day. I'm listening to hundreds of audiobooks. You say, I am not allowed to go to bed, or first thing when I wake up in the morning, I'm not allowed to get out of bed until I've read at least one page. And then you get yourself a bookmark, and you read one book at a time, and you read one page a day. Sometimes you might make it. All right, 1 second. Sorry for the... 1 second. Sorry, I was acting weird because my dog again. And the reason I went like this is because my wife, I love her. She's my queen. I have so much respect for her. She cooks and cleans and does the laundry, and she's like primo. But when she's done, she does not sit down all day until about 9 p.m. And she goes, she sits on the couch, and she ain't moving. So when she sits on that couch after running her ass off all day, if she wants me to grab the dog or do something, she does this thing with her voice. Oh, she's got it down to a science. Her voice can go through a steel wall. It's kind of like a Keith. And whenever she says it, I just jump up and do whatever the hell she wants, because it's like she just knows. She pow. So I love my wife. Anyway, she has me hang pictures on the walls. All our house is beautiful because of her. She'll have me hang a picture on a wall, and I'm up there balancing, hanging the picture, right? And then she'll no, it's not perfectly straight. I'm like, oh. And then I'll pull the nail out. She's like, well, you put a hole in the wall, and then you didn't. I'm like, well, I'm not a professional picture hanger. I'm trying my best. Well, it needs to be a little to the left. So I put the picture a little to the left. Nope, a little back to the right. Oh, a little up, little down, up, little left. No, it's still not. I'm like, what do you mean? It looks great. She goes, no, I can see it's not perfect. I'll just tell you. First, before I tell you, I love my wife, and our house would not be so beautiful if it wasn't for her. She takes 100% credit. Okay, we finished our basement, and our laundry room has this nice picture from Kirkland's that says laundry. And it's behind the dryer and washer and dryer. She had me up there on the washer and dryer shaking, and I counted. She had me hang and rehang and rehang and hang and rehang and hang and adjust and move and hang and rehang and hang and adjust and remove and move and hang and adjust and remove and hang and rehang and hang and adjust and remove and move and move and move and hang and rehang this picture 24 times. Now, I don't know what you're thinking right now, but I loved every second of it. Because halfway through, I was losing my mind. I almost lost my shit. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't even do it. But you know what I said? I turned that pain into pure joy. And I said, I love this. I'll do it for infinity. I'll hang her at 240,000 times. I'm going to win. And you know who won? Ya boy. This mother...